How we doing, people? It is just gone 12:21 actually, the mirror number. On Sunday the 20th of March 2022. I'd just like to talk about the haze in the sky today, really. There's not much natural about this haze in the sky, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I hear people talk about tree pollen and all sorts of shit, and I'm like, it's total gibberish, right? I've spent my whole life working outside. It's for a start, it's only fucking the 20th of March, and as you'll see, as I'll give you a little pan round, I'm in West Yorkshire, just above the town of Todmorden as we speak, and I'll show you just how many trees are in blossom as we speak. As you can see, absolutely fuck all, really. I would say excuse my French, however, this subject is getting a bit emotive like that, to be honest with you, nowadays. And as you can clearly see, the haze in the sky is pretty horrendous. Anyone who really pays attention and has been watching the skies for any decent length of time will know full well that the intensity of the spraying since last May has been off the charts, really. Weirdly, just before the G7 summit happened in Cornwall. Now, I can physically taste salt in the air today, and I am 95 miles from the coast. And whilst there's a strong wind, that doesn't tie in. I've been in plenty of strong winds inland and in this area before, where there's no salty taste in the air. This is possibly what they've been spraying the last few days, because they have been spraying what people would class as contrails. However, I mean, it's clear to see that this stuff has come from somewhere, and it's coming from above, because look how high up into the atmosphere it goes. Tree pollen wouldn't suddenly just take off really high and like be in the atmosphere. It would be low down and it would go from tree to tree. That's the whole point in tree pollen. That's how it works. That's how they pollinate. Like I say, I've been a gardener for 25 years. I studied plant science at college many moons ago. Like, I have an awful lot of knowledge about plants and nature and shit like that. So anyone who's coming up with it's tree pollen is talking the biggest load of shit you've ever heard under your life. But unfortunately, there's a lot of people who don't know any better and will just take it in, hook, line and sinker. And this is what the mainstream media does. This is what the Met Office does. They're basically con artists, for want of a better word. So every time you see planes in the sky and they leave in any sort of trail, I guarantee you they are spraying something. And even when you can't see a trail, it's pretty likely they are spraying something. Because all the airline companies, from what I've seen of flight trackers, all the RAF people, all the military, they're all in on the act. They all know what they're doing. It's a very orchestrated affair. They will literally turn up en masse in certain sections of the sky. And as I've reiterated many occasions, there's absolutely no way that that any airport or any aviation authority would function that way unless it was for another purpose, because that would be impossible to organise on the ground. Imagine that amount of traffic coming in, one after the other, boom, like you see them in the sky. Absolutely no way. And, like I will show you today, where are all the planes today, really? Very negligible, really, isn't there? Look, nothing. I can't see any at the moment. And if you say, oh, it's because it's a Sunday and they don't fly on a Sunday, that is total bullshit as well, because I have hundreds of videos on my YouTube channel showing all days of the week, and there's been plenty of Sundays where the skies have been absolutely blasted with airplanes, so that doesn't ring true either. So there you go. I'm going to leave it there for now and get on with my walk. But I think, I get the feeling there's a reason it's so windy as well following Friday, because there was so much activity on Friday. I don't think I've ever seen so many planes in the sky on one day as I saw on Friday. I reckon 400 or something like that in my tiny bit of sky over a period of 5-6 hours. That's excessive, like, no matter what is going on in the world. I think at the most I count is 16 at one time in a tiny bit of airspace, probably smaller than this bit of airspace I'm looking at here, because there's less in the way around here, so you can actually see a little bit further. It's mind-blowing what's going on, and for people to say that chemtrails don't exist and geoengineering is just fantasy, they are literally living in a bubble of not reality, because our weather is 100% manipulated these days. And even a day like today, like I say, there's not many about. However, the ones you see are spraying massive light plumes behind them. And I think they may well be spraying some sort of seawater concoction at the moment. It's called cloud brightening. It seems to be the latest thing they're talking about. There's a lot that gets talked about in the media, basically, and when it's being talked about, it means it's happening, and that's pretty much how the mainstream media works. And anyone who hasn't worked that out blows me away, really. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there with you. Peace and love. Enjoy your Sunday, and I'll catch you when I catch you. Peace out.